Welcome in to a special episode here of the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty as we have reached episode 100 in what is senior day here for our season 7 Stanford Cardinal. And they'll get to play host to the BYU Cougars. But we have a special group of seniors to celebrate today, who have been with this team for quite some time, and potentially even quite a few juniors as well, who will look to move on. Today is about finishing strong as we are currently ranked second in college football. Additionally, also ranked second in the Pac-12 with a chance to be back-to-back Pac-12 champions. But we have a very intriguing opponent today in the BYU Cougars, who outside of the West Virginia 48-14 loss has actually played quite a few close top 25 games, 32-30 to USC, and then 34-31 to UCLA. They had a week of rest, and they upset our Stanford Cardinal. If that is to happen, we know exactly who's going to be leading the charge. The redshirt senior quarterback in Caleb Hendershot, who's going to look to surpass 3,000 passing, 34 touchdowns, 69% completion, while also being their leading rusher. If he could catch the ball, I'm sure he would like to, but they have 3 solid receivers and a tight end. And on the defensive side, Steve Suarez, the redshirt sophomore phenom, looking to surpass 100 tackles. This is not a game for the Cardinal to overlook, and because of that, Draft will be getting the start to help celebrate these seniors in what might be his final game as well, as it will be a touchback to get us underway here in Palo Alto. And that'll leave Hendershot and Gilliam to lead the Cougar offense onto the field in which they will start spread empty. Looking to throw the ball or instead going to bounce. Hendershot gets by Kiki and Pua and is going to take that free space up to about the 45 before he finally gives himself up. A massive play here for the do-it-all quarterback of the Cougars as they go back to that play action. And again, Hendershot will take it, this time sliding down. He avoids the hit there from Kiki, who looked all too eager for it. 2nd and 5, quick throw is jarred free. Schlegel. And the Cardinal will force a 3rd and 5 here just by the midfield line. And it is a read option that is swallowed up by Paschal. Schlegel gets involved to help clean it up. And that will force a punt following a couple good plays by Hendershot. But as mentioned, Gordon Draft will be getting the start today. How long he stays out there, we will find out. Got a little bit banged up last week. But it's Thompson with the rush as he's looking to surpass 1,000 yards rushing tonight. He came up close last week before the second team came on in. A 2nd and 2, they run towards the blitz. Thompson gonna be close. Well, they will mark him inches shy. So a 3rd down here at the 15. Aneni, the senior here in at fullback. As they go triple option, Gordon Draft will take it to the outside, get the 1st down himself and scamper out just by the 30. Good to see him running around. It was his leg that he did shake up a little bit last week, as mentioned, left that game. We got to see the freshman come out and play. Draft takes it again here, gain of 5, and scrambles to the bench. Now, additionally, they also want to see 2 touchdowns today for Blouse, his final game here at home. The wide open to the outside is Curtis Aneni. He's been a long-time tight end for us. Had to shift his position around this season and doing a fine job at it. Gordon Draft with a bunch of space to the outside, picks up the block from Blouse, bounces, he's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and touchdown, Gordon Draft. That knee seems to be doing just fine as the Cardinal take an early lead here in Palo Alto, making this one 7-0. Both quarterbacks showing off what their legs can do. As Hendershot comes out, had a really promising first drive. We'll see if he can get back to it as he hands it off this time, gain of 3. The senior linebacker, Thad Smith, gets the stop. As it will be a slightly different look here, though. Back to the run. A little bit more of a push from the running back. He'll make it a 3rd and 2 with a full house pistol look here. Cardinals stack in the front with a spread look to match. as it's going to be play action. Here comes Thad Smith, can't contain. Hendershot again heading downfield and sliding down in front of Tim Easy, as they will go hurry up from there again back to the midfield line. This is where they got last drive before stalling out. Tight end drops just behind the line as they look for the counter to the right-hand side. And we'll go for about another gain of 5, maybe 6. They're running back in Cuevas, having a couple good carries as they're out the 45. Going right back to him. Salmon sticking his head in the gut to help bring him down. Forces a 3rd and inches. As they'll try to get off the field here. Got to keep an eye on that quarterback as they hand it off down the middle and just get enough. It looked like Paschal and company might have gotten that stop, but not the case. Spread empty. As they throw to the tight end on the drag, Pua chomps them out. Another short down and distance. It will be 2nd and inches. As they've got running back 2 in the backfield. And fake it to him. Pass to the outside is picked off. Tim Easy. How fitting in what could very well be his final game. Unfortunately, Brian Paschal has to take a knee after that play. A little bit of a Sour Patch Kids, sweet and sour. But we do take over, and for Tim Easy, that's a pick in all but 2 games this season. Thompson down the middle will pick up 2. With all going on there, got to even mention it. We got Sorensen out here at quarterback, so already Gordon Draft's day seems to be done. As Sorensen will look to step up here, he slides down with a 1st down gain. He did look pretty impressive last week, had a few misses, a few drop passes as well. From a true freshman, he looked pretty solid. Thompson, another gain of 4. I was just about to say, we haven't seen Larry Sulai yet, and he seems to check in here with a 2nd and 6. As they look to set up the screen, getting it out just in time. Blockers out in front. Moses with a big one, and it'll be to the about opposite 40. As now Cameron Conklin shaken up here for the Cardinal. That is the starting center. That'll definitely shake up this front line then. Cardinal do have a pretty good amount of backup, so we'll see how they can manage. As Thompson takes it right-hand side, he picks up another 4. As it stands for now, Cortez, he's the man to snap that ball for the Cardinal. They're down to the 37, bunch to the right-hand side. Larry Sulai is checked back in as they go with a drag. Ball with a great move. He shakes 2 defenders, gets a little stiff arm, can turn up for an additional 3. That's a big play from the receiver that they were hoping would provide a bigger impact this season. They're very much going to need him next season. Blauset set to graduate. Potentially Moses declaring, but a sack coming in from Cameron Office. And that's how we end the first quarter. Stanford, they're in plus side and currently up on the scoreboard here, 7-0. We've seen a lot of big plays coming from both the quarterbacks, and now with the 3rd one in the game for the Cardinal. His first drive is where we continue on here to start the 2nd quarter. They're down to the 29 to spread. Sorensen, he's going to step up, roll. He's got Blauset downfield, but can't get the 1st down. Had to spin to adjust to that throw, and it leaves him a few inches short. So they bring out Curtis Aneni. Thompson, the running back. Hand it off. He bounces to the outside, takes on the safety, and is down inside the 5. Cardinal looking to double their score. At the 4, they go with trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Sorensen, he's looking for that end zone. Or under pressure, tosses that ball up and is lucky none of these D linemen come away with it. Not too often do they get an opportunity for an interception. 2nd and goal. They get motion and trying to set up the screen, but Thompson couldn't leak. So it leaves them 3rd and goal here. They're still at the 4. Coming out now 2 to left-hand side, ball to the right. Got to find the end zone here. They go with a drag. It's Blauset, and he crosses that goal line at least one more time here in Palo Alto. He needs 1 more, though, for 10 on the season. But he makes this a 14-0 lead, the senior with the touchdown. But for BYU, that does put them in an early hole here. 14-0. Just inside 8 minutes here left in the 2nd quarter. We got a long game ahead of us. As Cuevas takes the handoff, spins off of 1, and fights for that 1st down. He's had some impressive runs today. So has Hendershot, but can they get the ball into the end zone? Interception their last drive by Tim Easy. as they get their very slow motion from their tight end. And there comes Sampson making a play in the backfield. He won the Heisman Award his sophomore year, redshirt sophomore year, a current redshirt junior. Will he look to enter the draft after this season? I'd imagine so. Him and Rashad Lord. We got a lot of young guys down the middle, so we'll see how well they can build. As Kiki forces the slide, and that forces the Cougs into a 3rd and 8. They go with the draw, and Cuevas is going nowhere. It will be another punt. And with a solid return, a short field here for Justin Sorensen and the offense. Getting some snaps with the first team here as he takes the carry left side for 4. Now, unfortunately for Sorensen, a lot of this offensive line will graduate after this season or potentially declare to the draft early. 3 of the starting 5, as again the screen cannot form. It's going to be a sack, DJ Caps. Though do want to give the quarterback Justin Sorensen some love there. He didn't force a pass. That has been an issue for some of these quarterbacks in the past. He's making a change out there. Trips to the left-hand side, one to the right. And across the middle, he's got Moses with the grab and gets down safely. A great conversion there on 3rd down. The red shirt junior. Again, this could be his final game as well, depending on how many of them decide to declare early. Letting this one develop. He's going downfield for Roland, and it's a touchdown. A perfect throw from Justin Sorensen. Finds fellow freshman, the redshirt freshman, Virgil Roland, in the back of the end zone. Give us one more look at this one. Justin Sorensen dropping that one in the pocket of Roland. And if Gordon Draft is to end up declaring, well, Justin Sorensen is showing that this offense can continue as it's been, even with a new quarterback. Hendershot out here, and he's throwing a pick. Ty Holly, can he find his way to the end zone? Not with a spin move like that. That's probably why he plays defense, but the hand's good enough. Cardinals set up now at the 9 as Hendershot tosses his 2nd interception of the game. With one more, he'll hit 10, a milestone quarterbacks do not want to hit. So for Sorensen, he's set up now, goal to go. As he's got Moses on the left-hand side, he's in motion. Fake the jet sweep to him, follow a couple blocks that were there. He gains 2. Not that much space arrived for him as per usual with this formation. They're going to stick with it, though, handing this one off to Thompson down the middle, and he trucks through the safety to polish off the run. Another touchdown for another senior here today. And you guessed it, on Senior Day. And a true celebration it has been. And as it is now 28-0 here. Hendershot and the Cougars had a couple big plays on offense, but they just haven't put together a complete drive. Cuevas, though, starts them off with a gain of 7 as they are looking to find 7 on the scoreboard. Got the tight end in that fullback role. He's going to motion to the left-hand side. And play action. Picking up the block, finding the strike downfield is Gilliam as he's looking for an angle, but the safety and corner, they combine to bring him down. With that big play, the big catch and run, that will put Hendershot over 3K passing. Probably took him a little bit longer in this game than he would have hoped, as he looks to run it here, hopping over Tim Easy's ankle grab. Will, however, go as a gain of about 9.5 yards, just a little bit short of that first down. Motion again, handing off Cuevas to the outside. Ty Holly with a pretty lackluster tackle attempt. He did not want to have any part of taking on the big running back, who has done pretty well here today. They got to cap off this drive, though. Tight end drops it. That was Kevin Salmon providing the coverage from the slot. And he might be in line to be the #1 corner here of the Cardinal next season. Rolling into Kiki Harulahu. Will be a sack for the Stanford Cardinal. And for Kiki, might just be another Stanford Axe sticker to put on that helmet. 3rd and 16. Under pressure, ball pops out. The Cougs will jump on top of it. 3 different D linemen were not able to recover, but I believe that was Rashad Lord with the sack fumble. Transferred over from UW, playing his senior and junior year here with the Cardinal. Does make it 4th and 26. The last few seconds here of the half, and they will find some points. They get 28-3 as we hit halftime. But a great showing it has been for your Stanford Cardinal, as they currently lead by 25 points and lead in pretty much any, if not all, categories of stats to keep up with. It's just been a phenomenal game for them. From the very beginning, Gordon Draft started out there on offense. He had the long touchdown run, about 60 yards. That capped off his day with a 7-0 lead for the Cardinal. Justin Sorensen came in, and with the help of the defense, have widened out that lead. BYU did find that late half field goal. And outside of a handful of plays from Hendershot and Cuevas, they really have not done much. But for all those seniors and even some of the juniors here for the Stanford Cardinal, that is exactly what you want to see as we get this second half underway. Starting at the 25, Justin Sorensen. He hands this one off to Thompson, who breaks the tackle and fights back to the line. Benji Coug gets the tackle for BYU. Leaves 2nd and 10 with a spread look, throwing right-hand side and finding George Ball close to the line to gain. Those managing the sticks, they've been stingy today. They mark it 3rd and 1 here for the Cardinal. Thompson right-hand side, another truck stick for him. We'll get to see if the Cardinal continue to bring some of that power next season. But Larry Sulai checking in here. He's a little bit more of a balanced style running back. As they throw, it's going to be to Blouse, who's got another first down here for the Cardinal. And this one is a special one for the senior. Been a 3-year starter, 4-year just getting involved in the offense. But that is catch number 200 for him. And he'll look to tack on some very big ones to follow as this team is looking for another Pac-12 championship and headed to the playoffs. Though looking to take the top of the defense, Moses, back of the end zone, it's broken up. That was an impressive throw from Sorensen. Just let that one rip at least 60 yards through the air. Larry Sulai here on the run, stretches to the outside and will be 2 yards short. But with a 3rd and 2, then Thompson checking back out here at running back. They got trips to the right-hand side. Sorensen making some changes. They will hand it off, and the line will clear the way. A little punch from the linebacker there to ensure. The Cardinal just keep racking up these first downs. They're now down to the 37 with a pistol ace set. And handing off to Thompson. This time, BYU stuffs them. Only a gain of 1 that time for Thompson as they're at the 36. Play action. He's got to look to bounce. Getting rid of this one to Gomez. Will be a nice gain, setting up a 3rd and short. First time we've got to really call Gomez's name here today. A junior for the Cardinal, 1 tight end of the year last year. Potentially maybe he looks to move on as well. We'll see what the offseason brings. As Justin Sorensen, he's going to take this one. Looking for a nice block. He's got it down to the 3. He doesn't quite have the same top end speed as Gordon Draft, but still plenty of legs out there as they're set goal to go with a bunch to the left-hand side. And he floats it, getting a little greedy for Gomez. It's a big play for the linebacker of BYU. The first bad play for the Stanford Cardinal here today. Trent Voss gets the pick in what might be, and I believe is the first one for Justin Sorensen. Hopefully, we don't see too many of those in the future. Cuevas is going to take the handoff here. Patient running will pay off with a gain of 7. There wasn't as much space at the initial handoff, but 2nd and 3 as they go back to him, and Kiki lowers the shoulder and Cuevas hits the grass. Such a big hit, I think the cameraman forgot to do his job and follow Kiki. Sets up a 3rd and 5 here. BYU, they need to convert as they throw to the flat left open, and getting the first down is Alabi. Not sure where the flat protection went, but I guess we could give BYU a play or two. As it's Hendershot getting taken down, Rashad Lord. A gain of 3 for the Cougar quarterback has them approaching the 2-minute mark here of the 3rd. As they will go with an RPO, flick it to the outside. Salmon slipped. It's Gilliam with another nice play here on offense. Perhaps that's why he leads BYU in receptions and yards. First and 10. Cuevas runs right into Cassius Sampson. Only a gain of 2. As they're at the 46 and of the screen opposite side, 2 defenders that way. Having to roll over is Ty Hawley, who will get the tackle. That is one thing we haven't seen much from the safety. Former corner here of the Stanford Cardinal. Hasn't got involved in that many tackles. Under pressure though, Hendershot, he bounces free. It's going to be Ty Hawley that forces the slide. A flag, however, is down, and that's for some illegal contact. Not too often the Cardinal penalized on defense, just got a little bit too aggressive in coverage, as there's a good job from the defense rallying around the scramble. And that takes us to the fourth quarter here, the final quarter of the regular season for a lot of different players here for the Stanford Cardinal. But with them currently ranked 2 and well ahead here, should be on their way to the Pac-12 Championship. And if they do well there, perhaps a first-round bye in the playoffs. But we still got a whole quarter to worry about here, as it's RPO to the tight end, slipping the tackle. Shelley not able to find the corner. Leaves 3rd and 4 here for BYU, as they go underneath and down inside the 5. Who are there left on an island makes the tackle. Goal line set here as they go power left-hand side, running right into Paschal and Tuttle. And Tuttle is one who also might be playing his final game here, but maybe not for going to the draft. He just hasn't seen much playing time, though. A very good linebacker, as Hendershot will take the open grass. And it's the first touchdown on the day for BYU, biting into this deficit. They make it 28-10. But ultimately, they took a lot of time off the clock there, but capitalized off the Voss interception. Sorensen, his first mistake behind center. Thompson takes it, about a gain of 1. 53 yards in total for him today. Hasn't been his best game, but should put him over 1,000. As they look to go back his way, stretching to the outside. About another gain of 1. That leaves the Cardinal with a long down and distance here. 3rd and 8. BYU, they're perhaps building a little bit of some momentum late on here. Flip it to the outside for Moses. Puts on the spin, and he does not have the first down. I don't know about that spotting. It looked like he had it. Perhaps the knee came down earlier than we initially thought. Or after an expedited review, they actually overturned that marking. And they make it 1st and 10 here for the Stanford Cardinal at the 32. Pistol ace. Drag coming across. They find Moses bouncing off of 1 and picking up a nice gain of 6 that time. At the 38, 2nd and 4, inside 5 minutes to go. They hand it off Thompson with a nice block from Enrique Heath. He's got the first down. Now closing in on 60 yards rushing. Cardinal with a stacked box here. They go play action, and they chuck it downfield. Sorensen, and it's Blouse who takes it away from the corner down at the 1. However, it looks like we have an illegal man downfield. It's Kona Osgood. A massive blow there for Blouse, who almost had his 10th touchdown of the season. Sets up a 1st and 15 here instead. And under pressure, make that 2nd and 24. Cameron Office is 2nd of the day. They'll look to go right back at it with the spread empty look. Hard count, no one jumps. They let this one develop. Sorensen, he's going to tuck and run. Trying to get to the outside. Voss with some speed. That's the difference between Justin Sorensen and Gordon Draft. That finishing speed. Leaves 3rd and 9. Play clock rolling ever closer here to 2.5 minutes. As they bring the blitz, it's thrown to Blouse, but it's out of his hands. The Cardinal will be forced to punt. And BYU takes over. About 2.5 minutes left. They're down 18 points. Can they make this game a little bit interesting? We'll get into the outside and stepping out of bounds. They find Frederick Fantas, one of their slot receivers. He's had a couple grabs here today. 1st and 10. Forcing the check down, and Cuevas is taken down for a loss of 4 and does not get out of bounds. That clock will roll as they will be forced to go hurry up here. 2 to the left-hand side, 1 to the right. Plus you got the tight end right-hand side. Hendershot always can scramble around if doesn't have the window, which he will look to do here, sliding in front of Harulahu. The 2-minute break will arrive before they could get back to the line. So 3rd and 8. Had a little bit of time to come up with a big play downfield and broken up by Schlegel. Any further attempts at a comeback rely here on 4th and 8 as they will look to air out the ball and get the first down to Fantuz. Outside of just a couple plays, Hendershot has actually had a pretty good game. 1st and 10, quick throw. He's making some quick decisions. He finds Shelley. The Cougs call a quick timeout. 1:40 to go here. They're at the 43. Trips to the right-hand side as they stick with the check downs. Ty Holly there to quickly bring him down as we roll inside 1.5 minutes remaining. Another quick pass is ripped away. Tim Easy. Such an impressive season. Plus on the opposite side, you have Marcoug, who just locked down half the field. It's been terrific here for the Cardinal. Though Easy's gonna give up that one. Gilliam finds the late game strike downfield. Sometimes that press coverage has not quite been there for Tim Easy. But BYU finds a consolation score and will send out the onside unit. They've got to recover this for a chance, but it's gone to ball, and with that, the Cardinal will run out the clock. Or perhaps that's what you would think they would do, but with an opportunity at the goal line, setting up the slants and finding Deshaun Blouse for one final touchdown here in Palo Alto, giving him 10 on the regular season. There is a fitting way to end senior day. Stanford with a 35-17 win, mostly led by Justin Sorensen, and once again he will take home the player of the game. 205 yards passing, 60% complete, 3 touchdowns, couple passes off the mark here and there. But when he had an opportunity to shine and take advantage of some late season play time, he did. Gordon Draft showed that he is looking good though, and with the rest, he should be ready to hit the Pac-12 Championship and take home another for the Stanford Cardinal. But there ends the regular season here for our Stanford Cardinal. And with that, it's time to hopefully officially be invited back to the Pac-12 Championship. But before we get there, let's welcome in Brian Magnifico, helping round out a very good, again, recruiting class out of Sumner, Washington, a 4-star gem offensive lineman. We also look to add Dion Brown from Mission Viejo, California, another 4-star gem outside linebacker, I believe off-ball linebacker. And we officially have a rematch from last season, as we will take on USC number 6 versus our number 2 Cardinal. And hearing that news, we land the 3-star gem punter in DeAndre Mears, coming all the way over from Georgia, so hopefully he's ready to punt some good balls here for the Stanford Cardinal. But this will be a tough battle. We haven't faced USC in a regular season game in 2 years, so hopefully we have the same success we did last time. If we win that game, we are currently in line for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in round 2, which would mean we again would have that bye. But if we lose to USC, most likely we would drop to having to play in that first round. But either way, I'm hoping by being listed currently in the second round, we have locked in our spot in the college football playoffs, no matter what happens in that conference championship. But I do not want to speak too far ahead. We want to be back-to-back Pac-12 champions. Make sure you don't miss that game. Hit the bell icon in the bottom right, or scroll down, hit the sub button, and tap that bell icon so you're notified when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars every Tuesday and Thursday. A lot coming at you as we look to get on into the postseason next time. Pac-12 Championship, though after that our eyes are set on one goal, and that is taking home the Natty.